audience, thank you so much for joining us. If you've been here from the beginning, if you are just joining in, and if you haven't followed, by the way, please do yourself a favor. In the blue, we've got Team 2. In the orange, we've got Geometry Dash Professionals. $6,000 on the line. Let's do it.
The final chapter of RSO. This time around, who's gonna be crowned king? Who's gonna take it home? It's Joyo right from the get-go. Rizex blocking him off. Someone who has impressed me so much during this tournament. Rizex has been the one to lock down defensively for Team 2 and doing it here again.
Darling, let's try and unlock the... Oh, unlock it! What is today? If we had a counter for time of the ball spent on the line, I am almost certain that we would have a record high across all Rocket Baguette tournaments. Still 0-0. Down the other side, Tekos trying to force the issue, but Joyo Kami has other ideas.
We need our very own direct for those types of statistics as Brawley gets demoed. Not allowed to go any further than that half. Tekos, though, has the ball, took a good shot forward. Brawley has an easy save, but hits it up into the air for Extra. Extra into the air once again. It's Rizex taking it slow, taking it with him. Tekos was a bit too enthusiastic, jumping behind it. Simas has a bit of an open shot here, takes it low.
Excellent awareness from Simas there. A huge mistake that very much could have been capitalized upon, but he took the bull by the horn, so to speak, and now it's actually transformed into a decent attack. He's earned that real estate, but Extra destroying Simas and buying that bit of time to break out themselves.
Speaking of real estate, Raleigh's taking a whole lot for himself. Eventually, Tekos gets the clear into the hands of Joyo. The 50, not really going in anyone's favor, but the clear coming out from Extra on target. Tekos with an easy save though, and Joyo keeping the pressure going, keeping it flowing, trying to sustain some offensive pressure. Raleigh once again 50s it into the middle.
Loving these tennis tactics, honestly. It's very smart where you keep on hitting the same side of the goal mouth whilst trying to drag the defense away to the other side. No luck as of yet, but certainly the best chances for me coming through the professional geometry folks.
We've seen it before in the previous matchups that they are insanely good when it comes to the offensive pressure they can hold, but they struggle to finally put the ball into the net. And here it seems the same story once again. 4 shots already, 0 goals to name it. And this is Tekos, wants to do it himself. Joyo though has the transition option here, gets it past one. Extra with the 50 once again to the hands of Tekos, and that may be the most dangerous man on the field right now, maybe even more dangerous than Joyo.
Yeah, but with no boost in the wagon, unfortunately, he's not going to be able to do too much here. He does at least win a challenge and forces Drali to go across his own goal mouth. Dangerous and lovely recycling of the possession, although Drali picks the pocket of Simas. And Rizex on the backboard, lying in wait, cool as you like, goes under one, doesn't get past the second. Simas now picking up the play. Drali gets a piece of this. There's Tekos, straight shot off the bar from Joyo Kami. A second shot is denied by Rizex, and Tekos continues the assault, looking for a bump for Rizex, and Joyo Kami again having none of it. Defensive masterclass so far.
And you can see both these two teams are really fired up. There's no waiting anymore, because Raleigh, the 50 man, into the goal.
Oh, it's mental games. It's such a difficult starting position for Samus. He sort of rocks up alongside, and Drali has a wave. He almost encourages Simas to get the challenge, and because he baits him in, he's able to essentially just commit to that 50 himself, knowing that the resultant ricochet is going to head at least goal bound with no one there. There was no one to save it.
Something he's been doing this entire tournament, where he tries to take the touch low, tries to force you into the 50s. It's a smart plan, it's a smart idea, and this time it works out for him as Joyo could be looking for the second one. Wants to use the tennis tactic you spoke about before to bait people into the side, to make them commit, but it doesn't work out this time around. It's Tekos once again, into the air we go.
You know, he's got some prowess from Rizex. Well, Rizex just decided to stick out a leg effectively, waiting for his victim to trip over. Tekos gets that flip reset in, and the ball falls so kindly to Simas on a plate. He ate it up.
I've never seen someone Goomba stomp someone in the net, inside of the post. That doesn't happen. Rizex, what are you doing?
Inventive, creative, exciting, and spicy. Certainly a lot of intrigue in the mixture, but there's a lot more to develop here, a lot more to pan out. And at 1-1 with 60 seconds left, this is everything about a game one that we would hope to see in our grand finals.
Definitely. Excitement. Strange things happening all around. They may need some milk for all this spice being brought around, or it may turn into some more jalapenos. And it's gonna get even harder as Rizex now takes the slow ball. Tries to get it into the middle, leaves it alone for Simas though, who has time, who has the control, but leaves it. Doesn't get the touch he wanted.
There's a lot of questions in the heads of the players, no doubt. Would overtime be better for us? Maybe.
Joyo?
Not for Joyo Kami. A triple commit leads to a save. The crucial touch off Rizex. That threatened to slip underneath the crossbar. It didn't. How about this from Drali? Around the corner. Dunks on Tekos, but enough of the ball was won to at least send it to the way of Joyo Kami. Another sleight of hand touch off into the corner. It's so good from Geometry Dash professionals, but they're forced to return for more boost. 10 seconds on the clock. OT awaits Spooks.
Oh, so good, but not good enough. As Joyo, could he maybe set up the last offensive push? It's Rizex into the air. Doesn't get the flip reset at all. It goes to the side. Joyo doesn't want to get it. He says no. We're going into that game 1 overtime. And we asked ourselves after the last game, after the last series, can we do any better? Well, we're trying our best right now.
One of our wonderful mods on hand, Rapids. He couldn't have said it any better if he had tried. It's all about the defense this series, and in particular, game number 1. That defensive mistake with the tempo and level that these 6 players are playing at right now might very well be the difference maker, and so it proves. An overtime in game number 1, golden goal scenario, and as much as I would say that the first game won't be ultra important, it certainly does put a foothold for you in a series which again is separated by $3,000 dependent on placement.
Rizex went for a little cheeky double flip reset, something I'm not normally used to seeing from him, so I like to see that comfortability, the strength he has to still pull it off. Rizex wants to get the ball into the middle. It's Joyo, the man who you expect to have double flip resets in his arsenal, gets it 1 and gets past the defender. Brawling with 50 once again into the corner we go. The demo does open up some space, but Extra has to do it alone.
Simas is struggling on the possession front. You can tell that Geometry Dash have identified him as someone that they can potentially look to as the one who is most likely to make that mistake that I was mentioning prior. Of course, it's on Simas to make sure that that doesn't happen. Raleigh with a shot on net, but it was pretty straight at it, honestly. Tekos didn't have too much to do. Extra wins a challenge here. That's not the touch! That's really not the touch! And Extra manages to get the shot on target, but hey, guess what? Simas stands strong. How about Drali now? Lovely flip, but Tekos again on hand to throw to the side.
A weakness? No, he's only getting powered up so far. Simas doesn't care about how weak he may look. He'll just power through and get the saves when it's necessary. It's Drali from the ceiling. What can you do with this? He misses the ball. He went a bit too early on the flip. As this ball will be an arc bounce from Joyo. Gets 1 touch. Drali into the middle. Extra was too close. That means that this offensive push has to slow himself down. The reset is there. 50 is into the middle. Joyo has to be quick. Rizex is better 50 though.
Tell that it's a really enjoyable contest when for a pairing that loves to do a bit of play-by-play and color, it is all about the action calling. There isn't really much time to take a breather here, and Rizex will ensure the status quo. Tekos will certainly ensure that they go ahead. Team 2 1-0 up.
Rizex was the bait, and the switch was made by Tekos. He came and he saw it happening. The goal into the corner. Exactly like you want to see it. We saw this at RLCS Worlds, and we see it happening again.
And it's him again. He cannot stop scoring. And when you're putting 8 shots on target, Spooks, it's difficult not to score eventually. Everything is going through him, a conduit, if you will.
He cannot be stopped. He won't be stopped. Tekos has 8 shots. 1 goal only to his name, but 8 shots. Team 2's strategy is clear as day. Rizex and Simas will keep the midfield and the defensive hold strong. Keep it going. And Tekos, whenever he can, whenever it may appear, will break through.
I think you're so right to point out Rizex as well, though. As much as we can say, well done, Tekos, for putting away the game-winning goal, lovely feinting run from Rizex to open up that pathway, because honestly, on the way that the game was going, I would have put my money on Geometry Dash. I think, in general, more consistent quality chances generated, but hey, that Team 2 defense looking good. will it hold in game 2?
In general, I have to give the biggest of credits to Rizek, someone that I have seen fallen off a tiny bit in recent times. After being dropped, he just never really reappeared at the top of the top, and right now he's fitting into a role where he enables Tekos so insanely well. Because you have to remind yourself, a player could be good, but you need a team to activate it.
I'm sure Geometry Dash will be quite happy with the fact that they faced a bit of adversity against OWP because, well, they face it yet again, losing game number 1, eager to get ahead in game number 2. A bump and a little drift aside. Rizex carries the ball forward. It's Simas looking for that lovely dunk. Misses the touch. Joy Okami right down the other side, looking for the little dance around Tekos. Again, he not just takes control, but he throws it straight to Simas. Straight on net. Extra with the save. This is some outstanding counter-attacking Rocket League from Team 2.
Beat being high once again. Rizex onto the side. Small touch, no boost in the tank. He has to be careful though. Drawley. He can smell blood in the water. He knows there's something to be gained right here. As Rizek still no boost. Leaves it on for Simas. Faded out Joyo though. And 50 going in favor of Team 2. But they have to be careful still. Tekos finally with the breakthrough. Can he get a 50 going in his favor? It's up into the air. Drawley. Corner. Slows it down.
GTP getting very frustrated. You can see in their body language. They're trying to go for the put on the cape moments. They're trying to be the superhero, but there's nothing really super about it. They're slowing down so much so that Team 2 are not even having to react quickly. And with these crossfield passes, that really should be 1-0. A difficult shot, I realize, but that's a difference maker.
Difference makers. Maybe the villains don't win right away. Joyo. In the face of adversary, can't get his goal going. It's extra into the middle once again. Simas smart fake, leaves it alone for Tekos. Just into the Rizex we go. Has the flip reset, but they have to be careful. Triple commit coming out, but it's all the Team 2's up. Every single player.
Did anyone call home? I'm kind of baffled that they let that happen. They've been so good. They've been so responsible in their rotations, as aggressive as they have been. There's always been that one person who can save the day at the last moment. A freebie for Geometry Dash, and given that they've been the weaker team here so far, they will absolutely take that all day long.
Something similar happened as well in their previous series, where they started off actually looking a bit weaker, and then they got their goals going. It seems that when they are pushed back, they are actually stronger and stronger than what you can expect from them. As Drawley takes it slow right here, 50 into the side. Joyo pass in the middle. No, actually leaves it. Smart decision. As Drawley from the ceiling into the middle. Extra's ready. But 2 people committed and the save was made.
Well, it's as much as I like to say fight fire with fire, fighting cool with cool is also a sound strategy when you're going up against a counter-attacking team, of course, like Team 2 are setting up as. Sometimes it's good to say, okay, we'll play you at your game. We'll invite you onto us. We fancy our chances, defending whatever you've got to throw at us. And then if you get frustrated, if you commit too heavily, then we've just got an open net to shoot for. We've got the time and the ability to throw it downfield.
Have some spiciness from Spain. We're going now to the cold north of Germany. Which one is going to be better? Which one would lead to more goals? As Rizex into the air needs to get it himself, but not able to put it on target. This ball gets punted away by Drawley.
So many adaptations on the fly. Drawley looking for the one that makes a difference. Oh my word, he almost scores all on his own, despite the flummoxing miss from Extra. Great communication. It's just the execution that was lacking.
Rizex now on the counter-attack. Can he get a double? Looking for it. Rizex from the north of Germany does it by himself.
That is painful for Extra. He knows that not only has he missed the chance to go 2-0 up, but he's let his opponents back into the game. Yes, of course, you could be critical from the defensive side of things, but they committed the players at the right time to get that second goal, and it has very much blown up in their faces, much as Drawley has blown up in front of our screens. Now can Rizex make something here? No, not necessarily, but Simas is going to close the line again, and the Orange team forced back to their own wall.
Really looking stronger and stronger as this series progresses. Extra. Ball gets dropped down into the middle. Tekos has another opportunity here. The 50 was good, but maybe a bit too high. Rizex, the man of the hour, trying to do it again. This setup was good. Sadly enough, couldn't create anything out of it himself. As Simas a smart play once again. You see it happening again. They leave those balls alone.
And these passes in their own area are not exactly finding the mark. They're either a little too heavy hit or a little too short-handed. It's been precision perfection from their opponents on the other side. Team 2 need to play to this level to match up to the quality that they are facing. Drali in the face of Simas. Joyo in the face of the ball and then the wall. But Rizex, look at this with a little flick away too. Is this going to be a second overtime in this series?
The second one is looming, but we could see a last-second goal. We've seen one before. Remember the 1-second goal last series to end it all. We could see another one happening this time around with on 0. This ball to the middle. Tekos slows it down into the air. We go. Maybe another overtime. It's in our hands, Relic.
It's at 1-1 again. Inseparable aside from the briefest of moments. Will it be the quality of the likes of Joyo Kami that yet again come through, or is Team 2 about to confuddle the pundits yet again?
All the credit has to be given to Rizik so far. This game, spectacular, leading the charge, but cannot lead this save. Leaves it alone for Simas, who actually got to it in time. Joyo onto the backward once again. Tekos in an awkward spot. Not to touch the one Simas. The miss from Drali, though, saves them a bit more extra time.
Simas, he's the big boy. He's the big boy at the big moments right now. But Drali goes straight for net. Lethal.
You could smell it. It was coming. You knew it was about to happen. And Drali finds the finishing touch. Rizex tries his best. He just respawned. He could do nothing but hope, pray, and Geometry Dash takes game number 2.
Yeah, that was awkward. That was very much a just physics bro sort of moment where Simas comes off the challenge worse for it. There's already that runner in Drali ready to pick up either a shot or a secondary pass, maybe looking for that third man in the middle. They end up going for the shot, and it's the correct decision because the lone man back, Rizex, is taking the long route back to the goal mouth. He's taken the curvature on the inside, of course, expecting the opportunity to at least be a high shot rather than a low lawnmower. Of course, it was the lawnmower. It's the one that he wasn't expecting or wanting. And that's really nice steal shown from Geometry Dash in a situation where they really wanted to get back on par, get back into the series. They have done so. And at game 3, we effectively begin a best of 5.
Maybe for the better. Let these two teams tie up with one another. Let them close it in. Let's make this one of the best finals we've ever seen. And so far, it's been a spectacular one because we've seen the speed of game 1. We've seen the control in game 2. Are we going to see something new in game 3?
It's very possible. I mean, you kind of skirt around it, but we haven't really seen much in the way of extraordinary flair plays. The ones that we have seen haven't truly amounted to much. We've seen the fainting run from Rizex to win game 1, but that goal to win game 2 wasn't the most exemplary. Like I say, it was very much a capitalizing on the moment situation. A nice shot, great awareness to position yourself from Drali's perspective, but when are we going to see the fireworks? Will we see the fireworks even?
Well, Rizex could have maybe gone for a Psycho right there. Sadly enough, he's not casting today, but he would love himself to see that goal happening. I would love that to happen as well, because it's one of the goals I have not casted just yet. So if any of these players are listening in, please give me that as extra. Just a simple shot on target, saved by Rizex.
Joyo snuffs it before it really leaves the block. Extra on the scene, finds Joyo Kami, but great read from Tekos. That sentence has not been uttered for the first time today, by the way, if you are just joining us.
Onto the side, takes it slow, tries to bait people out, and actually succeeds at it as Rizex gets it past Extra. Now only one left in defense, and Extra actually comes back quick enough. The defensive hold coming through from Geometry Dash, finally showing that they're not just an offensive powerhouse. They're able to do it in defense too.
Interception from Simas. Although that spikes up far too high for him. Well won there by Tekos. And Joyo Kami had to read that, and he did so beautifully, but that's an open net. Nice idea for the slicing shot. Just a little too tight the angle, and now too What's the opposite of acute? Astute the angle. There you go. I'm thinking with angles and geometry abound.
It's what you get when you call yourself Geometry Dash, but sadly enough, I failed those lessons, so I'm not going to be helping you on that point out.
Oh!
As Relic, we see someone helping himself out right here.
Not astute, obtuse. Thank you very much, Ground Zero. And it very much was Drali heading to Ground Zero. An airstrike of a shot. Dead center whilst the defense was scrambling. Really nice placement. Really nice situation for his team now to be in.
From kickoff into the hands of Joyo, who just gives it away, a big banging ball. Not what we expect to see from Joyo, as he once again just moves it forward. Drawling not in the right position, shot on target though. Tekos isn't there because the save was too weak and it pounces on the goal line.
I was half expecting this to not go in and then go off the line, because that's just what today's been like. But to be fair, I say it's great placement. It wasn't. That was not a clean shot, but it does the job, and that is what is most important.
Fine. It's in. That's all that matters. In the end, it's always the thing we say. If it's in, it's in. And Extra wants to get another one, but not able to do so this time around. Seamus with the big movie clear. But it's the hands of Drawley. Slows it down. Shot from Rizex. And a 2-1.
Bang. Duck a punch. And it all starts with Simas. Drali, difficult position to be in. Does he mishandle the ball? Does he even have the chance to do so? The demo, we got the fake covering run as well. The goal was an inevitability.
There's a lot of things that are inevitable. This was one of them, especially with the extra smoke screen, fake, whatever you want to call it, added on top of it. Joyo, awkward position, but gets it past one. Now, only Rizex has to be in a scary position because you see 3 people going forward. Raleigh is the one who eventually gets control, drops it straight on down, can't get a second touch. Extra into the middle, but 50 for Simas was greatly put away.
Geometry Dash have to be careful. The spine of the team far too compressed in that situation. They get away with it. Rizex forced all the way back. And it's Simas who waits. Sees only orange players ahead of them. There's no orange player on that west wing now. Drali taking out the action. Rizex. And he loses it to Extra, but here's Simas to provide support. Oh, what an important challenge there from Drali. Completely throws it downfield. 2 minutes left. Still Geometry Dash in the ascendancy.
It seems that all eyes are on Simas right now. Will he step up? Will he take that charge for his team to finally be that final puzzle piece to get them into the lead, get them back into the series, and take charge of this game as Drawley's shaking charge onto Joyo. Joyo doesn't want to see nothing of it. He just wants to see Tekos in his eyesight. Leaves the ball all completely alone. Eventually it goes into the middle, Extra to the side.
A lot more demo heavy. Team 2. Nice shot from Extra. Rizex jumps up. The reaction's good enough. Simas to follow his own pass into the orange half. That falls very, very kindly indeed for Joyo, although he mishandles, recovers well. Extra to Joyo. Oh my goodness me! Exquisite!
Raleigh! Young man! You cannot bully people like this! One defender, two defender, both of them gone.
Mr. Critical, are you watching? Are you watching, bro? That is the fireworks. That's the moment we're looking for. Totally ruined, as you say. And there's no look into the history books for that one. They're writing history right here, right now. Could be the final RSO winners if they continue to play like that.
Joyo.
If they continue to score goals like this.
Joyo! You wanted flair, right? Is this flair enough for you?
It's disgusting.
Because he probably knew the angle on the goal was blocked. 2 people jumped to block the shot. That's, by the way, how much respect Joyo gets when he's in that position. And Joyo's like, nah, you know what? I'll help Extra out here. Here's your pass on a platter.
Team 2, in the nicest way I can describe possible, are being blown away like a feather in the wind. 5-1.
I was looking at first at Simas. Can Simas step up to be that final puzzle piece for his team? I'm now looking at Drawley being the final puzzle piece of his team, getting demos, getting pumps, getting passes, being a nuisance all around, and then you have Joyo just passing around like it's nothing. the team is clicking, but they need to be clicking for a bit longer. This game is done dusted. 4 goals are not going to happen, but you still have an entire series left to play.
Tekos. 30 seconds left. A goal just to stop the rot will go down quite nicely for Team 2.
Oh, Simas?
And that goal is denied by Joyo Kami, despite the fancy quote-unquote footwork. I guess you could call it wheel work, but then it was up in the air. 10 seconds left, and besides my strange analogies, the one takeaway from this particular game is that Geometry Dash professionals have turned up the wick.
Well, it seems that they are truly good at getting these types of angles. On shot, on target, top right, nothing else you need to do about it. The one thing I do worry about, they're called Geometry Dash professionals. I have not seen them dash all around the field yet.
Well, that's it then. Let's throw them at the competition.
Yeah, they're lying. They're not professionals.
Misrepresenting the Rocket League community. That's, yeah.
Oh. But then again, Team 2 is being the Team 2 right now of this lobby. I'll give a slight gift to Jam for that one. I stole it from him, but he is correct though. They're the second best team right now, and it's not that they're playing badly at all. It's just that at times you just see why Drawley and Joyo are some of the most insanely mechanical people we have around.
And you know, those stats don't necessarily shade Team 2 either. In fact, they color them in quite a good light. Yes, okay, they only scored 7, or they only shot 7, I should say, on target to Geometry Dash's 10, but that's what we should be focusing on here. They scored 6 goals from 10 shots on target, and it's not that Team 2 were doing anything particularly wrong. It's that their opponents on the other side of the pitch were doing everything right and then some.
Well, they need to change it right now. They need to fix whatever is going on for Team 2, because if they lose this one 3-1 behind, you give match point up to Geometry Dash. That's probably the last thing you want to do right now, as Drawley just leaves it alone, gives it to Joyo. Have some fun with it.
At the very least, it's not a sweep. And Team 2 can look to that last 5-minute period or so and say, okay, that's going to be the anomaly. That's going to be the worst of our performances here today, or at least so they hope. A go-ahead goal here would be much welcomed.
Dimas picking it up into the air. Can he get another one? No, actually just takes it all around the field. This ball goes high from Rizex, probably not where he wanted to put it. Loses the control of that, and Drawley doesn't even need to touch it, but it goes a bit wide. Maybe should have touched it. Maybe should have gotten the touches. Joyo faked to the side.
I think I'm going to have to go to the doctor to get some surgery because my heart is in my mouth after that particular movement.
It should be there.
It should. I mean, listen, it's going to get put somewhere else eventually, given the level of plays that we're seeing not being converted into goals. Again, game 3 anomaly, perhaps we'll see. 3 minutes 30 though left, and it's nice to see that Team 2 aren't necessarily shrinking away here. If anything, they're actually playing more confident than at any point in the last 4-minute series. Oh, the dunk not going to come through.
Rizex truly is just impressing me with his mechanics right now. Tackles, good pass to Rizex. This could lead to something if Rizex has boost, but he doesn't. He ran out. Didn't have enough to follow it up. As Simas has enough. No, he doesn't. Ran out of boost as well. Tackles with Demo while Joyo will lead to no counter-attack. Drawley though, onto the backward once again. Touch found. Back pass.
Interesting back pass as well. There was the opportunity to doink it onwards and continue to pile the pressure on the defense. A little too slow for my liking, but clearly they'd rather keep the ball close to their chests on this occasion as we head towards half-time. Again, it's that all-important cliche of just, you know, don't make the first mistake, don't concede the first goal. Anybody's game really here in game number 4.
Very equal so far. Both fields, both teams really wanting to hammer each other apparently, but also really want to take that first charge, get that first goal to their name. Drawley, good setup into the air. Extra's a bit too slow. Simas just no boost again, running out so early on into a play so he can't follow it up himself. Still has no boost in his tank, and Drawley now with the double tap onto Extra. Extra wasn't positioned correctly, and his offensive push will slow down once again.
They've stolen boost. They've stolen 100. They won't be able to get that other one that Rizex has just picked up. But even when their master plans don't come to fruition, they're still setting up defensively stout so that they very much defuse the threat that is Team 2 on the counterpunch. Oh, we're seeing a little bit of shorthand play here from Joy Okami back into the center, and this pass doesn't find its mark, but yet again, it's Drali on hand. Team 2 needs to find a way out.
I normally like to analyze Rocket League in a sense of waves. Normally you see a big wave coming through and you see just non-stop pressure being piled upon. Well, other times you have small waves, slow waves. It seems that both these two teams are just non-stop switching it around. One time they're going for those big, speedy, waving plays that they can do and just keep pressure piling up, and the other time they have to slow it down. Tekno slows it down right here, but keeps the pressure going, wants to continue this play, has a bump found as well, but doesn't have a second man.
This game at half-second margins. Half a second between the demo or no demo. Half the second between a save or no save. Half a second between goal or no goal. But all those half seconds add up. And as you will see at the top of your screens, folks, it's a minute and it's still no goal. A mighty save from Tekos.
On the line, he saves his team, keeps them alive. Maybe the most important save he's made just yet. As Extra doesn't get it away. Put into the hands of Simas, who 50 sit down to the ground, up into the air. Tekos can't get to it. And no one really continues for it. Everyone's just leaving it alone. Extra now can buy so much time, just slowing it down. Into the ground we go. Joyo, one more touch into the air.
Team 2 very much still buying into the defense-first mentality. There was, like you say, no interest in continuing that assault because they know that the moment they overstep their boundaries, that ball is heading goal-bound and most likely goal in. 20 seconds now left. Stalemate. Very, very different prospect to the 6-1 we have just borne witness to. We've had overtime once. We've had overtime twice. And as long as this one doesn't go in, which it doesn't, still needs to be spiked, we could yet be seeing overtime thrice. Joyo, Tekos keeps it up. Tekos still bump. Simas leaves it. Extra steps in. Surely got to spike it now. Rizex gives a freebie to Extra. Joy Okami, surely not like this. Hit one.
It's dropped down. Overtime. Here we are again. My old friend. My old nemesis, so to say. What shall we get? Shall we get some more tears or smiles? In the end, both teams will have to deal with whatever is being given. Simas to the side, 15. Raleigh into the air. It's a setup for Extra. Extra, can you show your mechanics yourself? No. To the side by Rizex.
Romans created viaducts, they created waterworks, and here in the Colosseum, the only ones crying are Team 2.
And me. Not like this. After being defensively sound for an entire game, they give it up like that. Geometry Dash will be very happy, smiling ear to ear. But on the other hand, Team 2, they will feel like they've missed an opportunity here.
Not only that, but Geometry Dash have seized upon that opportunity. They head on to match point scenario. Not the end of the world for Team 2. They of course still have that foothold that we've paid mention to too many times now, that one game. So it's not going to be a full reverse sweep scenario for them to take home the $6,000, but you mentioned the waves, you mentioned the ocean, but the tide is not against them. In fact, Team 2 are getting swept out to sea. They gotta find a lifeboat somewhere.
Maybe even a piece of wood would be enough to keep yourself afloat, because right now, the wave called Joyokami, Drali, Extra, it's a strong one. It's an annoying one to deal with because it keeps on coming back. You think you've gotten rid of it. You think you finally survived it. Nope, there's the other one.
To the Deadeye Canyon we go. It could all be decided here and now. It's down to Team 2 to switch the narrative path and write something different. Joy Okami, still holder of the pen, however, a big save.
Ball to the middle, Simas takes it slow. He's under control, but gets 50 by Drali. Probably didn't even see him. Rizex into the air we go. Drali from the ceiling. Is he quick enough? Yes, he is. He has 50 beautifully. And he goes back into the blue corner. They have to slow it down, have to regroup, have to rethink their play. As that goes to the side, Simas gets one touch forward, but that's all.
Extra. Loses out to Rizex. Drali lying in wait. Loses out to Simas. Tekos on hand. Opportunistic.
The second man finally in the right position. Brawley maybe a bit too comfortable, maybe a bit too easy. Taking that ball through the air while he's right in front of his own net. And Tekos punishing it, not giving an inch.
TEAM2, they gotta take them risks. They gotta take them risks. First gamble paid off. Now, how much more are they willing to bet with here? Simas. Oh, he was looking for the dunk, wasn't he? He gets the bump. Sadly, there were two players in his way, not just the one.
Maybe one is needed here. This time around, Raleigh to the side. Joyo has time, has control, has boost. Goes up into the air, but tried to get the boat, but couldn't get in front of the ball. Giving too much speed. But Raleigh into the air once again. It's Rizex just wasting his boost, though. This ball put to the side, not where he wanted to be, but Simas has the time now. Has the 50.
Oh,
straight down to Rizex, and the 2-0 is back.
From Rizex mishandling the ball to calling Simas onto it to then running ahead, forcing extra up to this challenge, Simas winning that challenge and Rizex applying the finish. That is how you mold something out of a slightly underbaked initial situation. Outstanding ingenuity.
Underbaked, maybe overcooked on the end of Geometry Dash. They really are not in the correct position right now. The save from Simas. Awkward position doesn't even sum it up, but he still finds it.
Simas wins the second challenge. Drali around the corner. Ends up with Tekos extra with a demo on Simas. A change in style. Massive ricochet. Rizex! Massive point for Joyo Kami here as he spikes up and regains. He's on that wall.
Rizex.
He's waiting for the shot and Drali receives that shot mercifully.
Extra just put them to the side, being a bit invincible right now this game, just not being able to really get going with his team. Just, they feel like three individuals right now, but the three individuals are very good at this game. And Raleigh, he does it again.
Am I allowed to watch this? Oh, it's the death lift. Ew, 2-1.
Take it home. Put it somewhere far away, in your trophy cabinet, of course, but just far away in like the back corner where it's a bit dusty. You don't want to see that one again too soon, but it could lead to your taking the victory right here as Rizex wants to get the counter goal.
Taking really quick snapshots. The pace of the passing, much better from Team2. And as we pass half-time, still hold that advantage, albeit limited by the excellence of Drali.
Down is good enough for Raleigh. Can't get to it. Simas is way quicker than everyone else. Into the hands of Rizex. Into the hands of Tekos we go as Joyo gets demoed. Extra is alone. All by himself. And Tekos, he can't get it in. Extra did enough.
Really smart. Really smart in the face of danger, Will Robinson. Beautiful back pass. Beautiful shot. Beautiful save to match it. It's Joyo again. Drali down the other side. Rizex. Savior medal. Joy, oh sorry, not Savior medal just yet, my apologies, but certainly getting close, I can tell you that's for sure. Tekos and Drali underneath him. And mercifully, they are forced back. Our Geometry Dash, but they're back for more.
Offensive push coming through right now, but they need to get something viable. They need to get something that can actually get them those goals, like this pass right into the middle. Simas is a bit too high. Joyo once again can't get it. He doesn't need to get it. He does need to get this one though, unless Raleigh gets gone. Extra is up. Extra with the touch, but that goes saw coming.
Sauce. The sauce is out. They got 60 seconds to throw it on the plate and eat up Geometry Dash. And that's just to get it to a fourth overtime in this series. Bit of medicine stomached now. Double demo. And Simas picks the pocket of Joyo Kami. He's going to follow this. Lands on the 100 boost. Up it goes again. Simas called off by Tekos. Good plan. Double commit here on the sidewall. Drali, Joyo Kami. Another demo from Tekos. Game management sublime.
Game management sublime. Mix-up is going well right now. They're not showing their cards at all. They're just playing the game as they should be playing. Just keeping the ball away right now from Geometry Dash. Not giving them even a second when they are in control. As Rizex slows it down right now. To the wall we go. Can he get another touch? Doesn't even need to get another touch. Just can't hit the ball more. But that was too easy by Simas. And this could go all the other way.
Drali. Joyo Kami.
No.
Ascendancy denied, and it's sad to say, but they run out of talent at the worst time, as much as they have a copious supply of it. This does look to be a win for Team 2, as long as they can bring it on home. Joyo Kami, bump.
Extra.
Oh my goodness, it's RizX. Cool as you like, never in doubt. Team 2, pull one back.
Of course it's RizX. Who else at this moment in time? Let's be honest here.
That's one. I gotta find two more. Spooks, can they? Because that was a bit of a stretch.
Can I? That's the better question right now. Can we hold it up for that long? Because quite honestly, it's been a match that just goes back and forth the entire time through.
Yes, it's not the Slobberknocker prime fight that we saw in our last series. It's not even nervy, tense. The tension is palpable, knowing that, again, all 6 of these players, that one drop below their very high standards, it could be game over. A lot of 1-goal games. I mean, four overtimes threatened. It's Neo Tokyo. Team 2 have to do it again.
Neo Tokyo on the map. Raleigh wants to start this off right away. Get this going right in the right direction. RizX, the man of the hour, not being able to get it past Joyo this time around. Extra. It's too early to jump. Tekos to clear.
A demo on Tekos. Simas needed to make that particular challenge. Extra Joyo. Joyo again. The fake and the save. Simas has been unreal in that blue net. Some truly series-defining saves. Tekos with a quick readjustment to deny extra. Geometry Dash ain't messing around.
Joyo leaves it alone, and RizX couldn't get to it. Extra finally putting it home.
Too much pace, way too much pace. Extra great connection. You could see what RizX was trying to do. But that is all about the World Championship caliber of Extra.
Can he do it again? Can he show us what he's capable of? Gets the flip reset. Can he get it under control? Yes, he does. RizX is gone. Extra! You madman!
That is what we call in the industry flexing. The steal. Just leave the ball. Leave the ball to your associates. They can get it on goal. I'm going to destroy this man's career in front of me. And although they haven't necessarily destroyed the career outright, on this day, it's now led to a 2-0 lead. And in the short term, that could spell disaster for Team 2.
Still plenty of time on the clock. It's RizX onto the backboard. Can't do it himself. Crawley onto the side once again. Good controlled touch. Gets it cleared. Gets it going. And the demo added to it as well. Just means that there's little offensive pressure that can be created from this. As Simas just doesn't have the boost in his tank.
Joyo Kami. This is out. But was it all planned? There was Extra. Charlie from nowhere. Flying around the world, just making his presence known. He's back in his home base. He's got the 100 boost. He flicks it out to RizX, who moves forward with Tekos in support. Drali lifts it up. Awkward for Tekos, who's forced backwards. Joyo Kami wins the challenge. This is a neutral. RizX looking for Tekos again, but too long a pass, too easily intercepted.
RizX taking it slow, taking it with him. Exactly what you needed. A good fake fast one. Can he get it into the middle? Looking for maybe one more touch. Actually went for the bump, but couldn't get anything out of it. Simas with a good touch back into the middle. Joyo, awkward position, tries to get the best out of it, and he does get the best out of it. He finds the teammate, who finds him as well. The 1-2, the connection relic.
There's no Espanol in this particular squad, but that was all tiki-taka for my liking. Short, sweet passes, and actually doing the complete opposite of what their opponents have so far been placing down on Neo Tokyo. 100% passing success guarantees are much easier attained if your opponent, or sorry, if your teammate, I should say, is only meters away.
Only meters away now from the goal, and doesn't need boost. He doesn't need anything. All this man needs is his might on this ball.
A pop out of the chest. A solo extravaganza from Rizex. And that's a great time to score 2 spooks. 2-goal deficit re-established. Half the game to go.
Who else with Rizex? Who else in this matchup right now than Rizex? He has been on fire in this grand finals. He needs his team to help him out as well, but Joyo can't get to this ball quick enough. Simmons was way quicker than anyone else, and the demo from the Rizex opens up some space for Tekos with the shot. Rizex is ready, and the ball in the back of the net. It could all be turned around so quickly.
A phantom touch. And this is haunting stuff for Geometry Dash professionals. That lead has evaporated as quickly as a puddle on a hot desert day. The air is not moist, yet at least, but it's certainly full of spirits!
3-0 lead? Nah, gone. 3-3, Tekos gives extra back what he was given.
How's about them apples? 3-3. In the parlance of this stadium, Yatta! Yatta Team 2.
Unbelievable what we're seeing right here. A 3-goal deficit. You rarely see them coming back from that. But now they're tied up once again. 2 minutes left on the clock, and this could be a bloodbath of a game.
And it is game on. What a shot in the arm for the team in blue. Oh my God. Joyo Kami defies expectations time and again. This ball not cleared, nowhere near close. Drali, it's down, it's loose, it's Joyo, it's Simas, it's Extra. He cannot steamroller his way through 2 players.
It's scrappy. It isn't what you like to see, but Extra doesn't care for scrappy. He wants his goal. He wants his lead.
Deflating, really deflating. Extra, it seems so simple, but it's the lift and it's the commitment from his teammates to continue to stretch apart that defense like a dough ready to head into the oven.
1-3. 1 should be easy, but it's never easy when you're playing this team. It's never easy when you're playing Extra, but the demo does open up so much space. Simas is out on war. He doesn't care. He wants one more. This isn't it, but the second one neither. Rizex. Oh, Morris is Rizex.
No holds barred. Defense, what defense? Well worked. 3-man play, the perfect play. 4-4 with 60 seconds and 4 extra for change left.
Up in the air for Tekos, who's been a bit invisible this game. Hasn't done too much so far, but maybe he could be the shining star in the last seconds, the last minute. Joyo into the middle, it's Extra. Onto the wall. Back into the middle once again. Drali, the 50 not going his way. Tekos has a lot of time, a lot of free real estate as Joyo does finally get to the ball.
That was a good opportunity, and I think Drali just getting a little bit too caught up in the moment. He's ended up back with the blue team after a brief spell with the orange. Simas, oh, Extra. And Drali ready to throw it downtown. Extra continues that trajectory, though it's not exactly looking goal-bound anytime soon. Maybe Joyo Kami can shut Mr. Commentator up. Well, no. He is, but because he saved the shot.
Gave his teammates a shot. Now they have to try and do it again. It's the last 10 seconds on the clock. Relic Tekos gets it away. Maybe another overtime blooming. Tekos doesn't want to end it before that. He wants the game 7. He doesn't want to go into overtime. This ball into the middle. Rizex drops it down. He says it's enough. We're going to overtime.
He weren't having any more of that particular game of Rocket League. Overtime. In overtime, he trusts. And in overtime, we find out whether it's game 7 or game never. It is game 7. It's 7 seconds, no less.
7 seconds, game 7, Simas, the man, finally getting his goal, finally putting it below the crossbar. What a madness.
Not sponsored. My McDonald's later today ain't gonna taste as good as this. What a series. Again, different vibes to the one that we saw prior with the truly outstanding Digital Bacon And Danny Boy casting that one. They were treated to a goal fest. We have been treated to tactical genius, to individual flair, tension, excitement. It is a thriller movie. And the ending credits are just moments away.
Will it be a big final? Will we be able to expect what's gonna happen here? Take a deep breath in. Let it all out. Game 7, Champions Fields. One final time. Relic, let's go.
It just had to be. It just had to be. The book opened months ago. Its final chapter is written here. In a place where it only had to be. Oh my goodness, and what a forward we have here.
The final chapter being written, and as it goes, Extra wants to write history with some goals that you never expect. Written in the history books, but we all know history is only written by the victors.
9 seconds, but a blink in the stars. So much more to come, no doubt, from game number 7. But is more yet to come from Geometry Dash. Well, they lose out here. Simas, of course, scoring the goal that takes them to game 7. It's a bump away. Rizek's left on his lonesome to deal with the threat of the counterattack, and deal with it admirably he does.
Right there, taking control, looking to get it into the middle. Good pass into the middle. Simas wasn't completely ready for it. Tekos takes control, but it's too heavy touch. Does get the final follow-up though. Simas on target actually, but Joyo easily read. Put to the side, to put into control as Extra moves it forward. It is so full of tension right now.
Tekos, his best Elvis impression, return to sender. And interested in doing a bit of a cover album themselves. With Geometry Dash professionals. Simas against Joy Okami. Tekos. And ultimately ends up here with Extra. Gives it free to Rizex, who goes crossfield. Drali had enough of that one, sends it on its way. Joyo destroyed. Simas backboard. Simas leaves it. Rizex, big save Extra. And now right down the other side. Is Tekos able to get there in time? Just about.
Good control touch as well. Simas was right there for the follow-up. Joyo just waiting, forcing 50 into the air. Extra. This coming, just patience. Let's Drali take his control. Let's Drali just 50 this forward once again. And that's all they need to do. They just need to waste time. Yes, 3 minutes is a long time to waste. But it's something this team is definitely capable of doing. Drali, another save. Tekos, wall into the air.
Simas with a great shot on target out of thin air. Can Rizex produce anything similar? It's a demo with Drali, but the ricochet unfavorable for Simas is another challenge. It's neutral and tripping up at his opponent, Joy Okami. Drali takes over control. He loses out to Simas. It's up in the air for Extra to win. He follows it, doesn't get that second touch. Joy Okami goes central, looking for the second touch himself. Nice read from Simas. The save, it goes skyward. Extra looking for the drop down. No luck on his form. Drali, again, top of the box. Oh, it's brilliant, but not brilliant enough.
Follow it up himself with the demo and Joyo. Give some space to Rizex. The man you want to give room. The man you want to give space. The 50 was good, but not great. Simas, straight shot down, easily saved by Drali. Put to the side, counterattack and waiting, but Tekos denies.
15 years old, youngest in the lobby. You wouldn't be able to tell, would you? But perhaps we should be expecting this in the Rocket League Championship Series level. Just a little guy. He's just a little guy called Zen, and that's just a little mistake that might have cost them the championship.
Champions Field is where kings are crowned and fools are made. Rizex made a foolish mistake and makes up for it right on here.
He's the bouncer to the club. You ain't coming in to disrupt our fun. Tekos with another goal to add to a quite frankly mighty collection.
Take your breath. Take it in. 1 minute 42 on the clock. Joyo into the air. That's down to 50%. Has more control than you probably would want to give him. Has way more control than you want to give him. But Simas, out of nowhere, saved.
Oh, I'm speechless, but there's more to come. It's Strali hits the bar twice. Joy Okami can't slip it under either. Simas don't. Strali, quick drive-by. Tekos goes up. Joy Okami meets him. It's neutral, though extras here with plenty of boost to utilize. Lovely chance here from Rizek. And double pickup here on the challenge front. Massive 60 seconds left.
At one end, I want it to end because my heart cannot take more. But on the other end, I'm screaming, give me that overtime. But Drawley wants the finish line right here, but push back a bit further. Tekos into the middle. Simas couldn't get a good touch on it. No good connection found. Drawley into the air, but tough angle. Straight down from the ceiling, though. But not found on that.
Geometry Dash knocking on the door with a battering ram. They got the troops ready to move in. But the doors, the gates, hold strong for now. 30 seconds, time is fleeting.
50 now, Tekos into the middle once again. It's Joyo with the clear. 50 to the side. Overtime is looming. Overtime is here. Drawley wants it not cleared, but Simas stays gone with this ball. 10 seconds on the clock, extra. One more chance, into the middle we go. Joyo cannot get the second touch. Put away and put forward once again. Relic, it's one chance. One final push into the air. Simas drops it down. Overtime in game 7.
7 games, 5 overtimes. You could barely believe it. Golden goal for $6,000. Yeah, the stakes are high.
Big tournaments to pull yourself king in, and you want it to happen right about now, or else CS is not here. So this is the best you have to do. Joyo, the best man forward, not being able to put it in.
Smart from Rizek went straight up. Demo to relieve the pressure in the midfield as well. He has looked like a captain today. But is the good ship TEAM2 gonna sail into port a success story?
Rizek?
It's a gorgeous shot. Joyo there again with a save. Ricochet, Tekos. Oh, it would be poetic if he finds the final goal, but it's not gonna come for the moment at least.
Too early given away by Rizek. Maybe the nerves are getting to him. The overtime nerves. This ball gone into the hands of Tekos. Joyo just wants it cleared into the hands. Extra, put it forth. The man who has already won the biggest final that you could dream of. Can he win this final as well? Can he keep his nerves cool? And Rizek leaves this ball alone for Tekos. Well, we go, but cleared away.
Oh, Rizek is a little too far upfield. Nicely done. Drawley back on target. Somewhat of a triple commit. Dangerous.
This is open. Extra! He has done it before. He does it again. The final victory.
The defense.
And it's back to
The doors, the gates. Shatter in front of our very eyes. Not moist in name, but very, very moist esports in nature. Geometry Dash are your final Rising Stars Odyssey champions.
I said it. Champions Field is where kings are crowned. Extra just wanted one more to his name. One more crown. And of course, he's the one to finish it off.
And breathe. Jar of Jam. This has been one of the tournaments ever, I would argue. Maybe he is muted, Jar of Jam. Is Jar of Jam here? Are you okay,
He
Jar?
is.
Yeah.
He doesn't have
Speechless.
words.
Absolutely speechless. I think what we just saw was RLCS Worlds Grand Finals. I know we didn't hear them, but thousands of fans cheering in the background. The chat was absolutely alight with messages for both of the squads. Every single time a goal was scored, every single time a miraculous save was made, every single time a win moved us closer to best of 7 series going the whole distance. Gentlemen, I'm pretty sure we've just seen the absolute masterclass from both of the sides, and this is a series that was absolutely destined to be on the big screens and in the big arenas. So I'm really happy that we got to see it right here on Rising Stars Odyssey. And 2 times in a row, we've got a best of 7 series back to back, and it has been something else altogether. But congratulations to one and only Geometry Dash professionals, be it Moist Esports, be it just one iteration of could have been. They are today's winners and the final winners of Rising Stars Odyssey. With Crown 5, they are finally our 5th. Are we sure there's no more games? Relic, maybe there was one more around the corner. Can we play one more? I don't know. I'd love to play one more.
I'll go out back and check for you in the next break. Wait, sorry, it's the end of the show. I might have to save it for another time. Jam, I think I hope I speak for everyone in terms of everyone involved with Rising Stars Odyssey when I say those 3 last series back to back, some of the best Rocket League content that you will find in 2023. This is exactly what Rising Stars Odyssey was here to do. We know Team Vitality's good, okay? We get it, they're really cracked. But what about the next teams coming through? What about the next players coming through? Tekos and Drali, take a bow. Tournaments to be proud of.
I'm speechless. What a way to end off RSO. What a beautiful way to end it off. And of course it's Joyo. Of course it's Joyo who takes the victory home. Who else?
Joyo, Extra, and Drali. You know who Joyo is. You know who Extra is. I have big suspicions. The good kind of suspicions that Drali is going to be on everybody's minds come next season of RLCS. And there's a reason why this is called Rising Stars Odyssey, is because we're highlighting players such as him and everybody else who is rising up to be the next big name. Because, yeah, we all know how good Team Vitality is. Who is the next big player? Who is the next big team? That's exactly what we're getting here. Getting a quick look at that bracket as we have started 6 hours ago. And finally, we are down to our one winner. $6,000 going to Geometry Dash Professionals Team 2, getting $3,000 to their name. And you can see for Geometry Dash, the day was getting progressively harder. 2 sweeps to begin the day versus CZT and Gates of Olympus. Then a whoopee. Honestly, the standout team, the biggest surprise, I think, of the whole bracket, has gotten them to got 2 games off of them. And finally, the grand finals, that was something else. I still cannot believe what we just seen. But what we just seen was some of the best Rocket League, again, back to back that we just seen even from the very beginning. We have been absolutely blessed with Rising Stars Odyssey. So thank you to everybody who has played. Thank you to everybody who has watched. Thank you to Ally for being the company making this possible. Thank you to Psyonix as well. Gentlemen, all good things come to an end. So I'm gonna ask you for anything else you still have to say, because it's the end of the day. We have to wrap it up. So, Relic, go ahead. Anything on your mind?
Support your bubble scene. You get this.
Support your tournament hosts. You get this beautiful tournament. You get these types of moments. You get these types of games. It is everything you could ask for and more.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you to everybody else. Our talent team here is the best. There's no doubts about it. Boyo and Craftman, Danny and Bacon, Martin, Psycho, Relic, and Spooks, you gentlemen. Our producers, making sure that our faces are seen and our voices are heard. Benso, Deplorer, Cheesecake. Admins, you don't see them, but they're there, and without them, this whole tournament will just fall apart. It's a huge list. Sparta, Piwa, Tagmada, now Jordan, Bori, Ness, Fluct, Finchy, and John, aka Always. And of course, all of the best stuff is getting posted online on our socials. Check them out below, by the way. Follow this channel. Follow us on network formerly known as Twitter. Rapids and its Ditkalis are the folks to know and to hear. And of course, once again, Rocket Baguette, The Rocket, as well as Psyonix and Ally. Without them, we just wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be playing Rocket League. Thanks you to the viewers. Thank you to the players. This has been Rising Stars Odyssey. You folks have been absolutely awesome. Take care, good night, and we'll see you on the next one.